So I had a friend mail these to me. They're napkins, obviously. This one being Paris. This one a flamingo. And look, once you open them up, let's look at this one first real quick. When you open them up, you can actually get, this one will be 4 cards and they'll be 6 by 6. So when you open it up, it's like this. And look, this one has this little foil detail, the others don't, so they won't be quite as bright. That doesn't mean I can't add sparkle in some way, so that's cool. That'll make 4. But check this one out. This one is a little bit longer, so I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be a slimline card, right? And when I opened up the napkin, I got super excited because look, y'all. 6 cards can be made from this one. 6 cards from one napkin that costs pennies. Can you believe it? So I'm gonna get started making at least one so we can see how it turns out. Okay, so I got the panels cut down, as you can see. And of course I got the flamingos cut as well. So we'll put those aside. I'm gonna start with this Paris one just because I love Paris. So I've got a card here that I cut down. And so this was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I left the 8.5 this way, and then I cut it to 7 and then folded it in half at 3.5 to make the slim line. And this is gonna be a little short, so I've got to decide if I wanna put paper here on the ends or what I wanna do, or if I wanna go all the way up here and maybe have a sentiment down here or a sentiment up there. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I may let this one be the test case and we'll see. But let's just go ahead and start with this one. So we need our glue stick. And any glue stick will work. I'm gonna use this roll-up glue stick by Forever in Time. I've had it for, I don't know, longer than I've had gray hair, so it's quite old. Hopefully it'll work. Now I'm only gonna put glue obviously on this top piece, and I'm gonna smear the whole thing with glue. I'm gonna not go all the way to the top since this paper doesn't go all, or the napkin doesn't go all the way to the top, but all right. It smells pretty good. It smells a little bit like Vaseline. Anyway, all right. So once I've got that, this is obviously a little bigger than the card, so I'm just gonna try to line it up on this edge and at the bottom. And of course you have to be careful with the napkin because it will rip. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to pull it apart to get just the 1 ply. So this is a 2-ply napkin card. Actually, it may end up pulling apart for me. Oh my God, it's worse than making up a bed. Military corners. All right, so I'm gonna get my bone folder and try to smooth some of this out. Now, this really will get smoothed out once I run it through my embossing folder if I want to get a texture on it. But here's the thing. My die cut machine is not 7 inches wide. So I'm not going to be able to emboss this with my die cutting machine, which means I'm going to have to get creative and find another way to emboss it if I want it embossed at all. And I am not loving how this is looking. So you know what? Like what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. This will be on the blooper reel because this is not what you want to do. So let me peel that off and start over with just this piece, which is what I should have done to start with. And let me just scrap this card. You'll see how this is going to come together in a minute. Here's what I'm thinking. I will put this on here, and then I will mount it to a colored card base or to another color, and then put it on the regular size card, just to give it a little more interest. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, round 2. Apply adhesive. And don't forget to have pulled your napkins apart so that you only have the one layer. Don't be stupid like I was. All right, so here we go again. Let's start that way. Lining it up on the bottom, and then along the side. And already I see that I'm screwing that up. Good thing this is my test card, right, you guys? All right. Well, that one certainly went on much smoother. And guess what? Now I can run this through my embossing folder, which will help this stick even better and straighten out this wrinkle. But first I'm going to cut this little bit off. Actually, I'm going to try to fix this. All right. Yeah, so let me just cut this off with my scissors, and then I'm going to run it through an embossing folder. So, okay, so I got it cut down and run through an embossing folder, and I don't know if you can tell, but I used a quilted embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that pattern very well or not on camera. But anyway, so there it is. So then I thought I would mount it to this piece of white paper. So I've got it ready and cut down to, so this little panel is 3 1/4 by 8 1/4, and then this panel is 3 3/8 by I don't know, whatever, an 1/8 inch bigger than that. Okay. But I don't love this extra space at the top and bottom. I like everything. So what I think I'm going to do is put it this way and then leave this down here for the sentiment. And then I'm going to mount it on this blue card, which is the 8 1/2 by 7, then scored and folded in half at 3 1/2. So that's the actual card itself. And then I'm going to put this on here, and then put this across the bottom, cut another piece of that blue. And so let me put it together, and let's see how we like it. If we don't like it, we'll take it apart. Oh, you can tell the quilt pattern on the back side for sure. Look at that. Okay. Oh, this wretched tape gun. Does this ever happen to y'all? Where it sticks on the roller? Oh, it drives me nuts. All right, let's see if we fixed it. Yes. Be careful. This is a little more delicate than most because it's just the napkin. All right. So, well, do I want the sentiment at the top or the bottom? I think at the bottom. Okay. And this cardstock is just from my stash, so I don't really know who makes it. I think the sheet of blue is from Stampin' Up, but I can't swear to it. I got very lucky. My neighbor was moving, and she did not want to have to pack and carry all the cardstock because it is so heavy. And so she decided to just give it all away, and she gave every bit of it to me. I was super excited and thankful. And I told her that I would make her some cards, and she said no, she didn't have time for that right now. She got to get moved, and she would let me know when she's ready. So anyway, all right, now let me mount this to that. We'll go one more down the center just for good measure. All righty. We're going to line this up again with that 1/8 of an inch border. I am eyeballing this. Hopefully I'm going to get it right. Looking pretty good. All right, there we go. So I'm liking this so far. I don't know, hopefully you guys like it too. All right, I'm gonna mount this down here. Yeah, just because I don't like having that white space. And I figured this would be a good place to put a sentiment. And I think I'm gonna make this a thank you card. Maybe I'll send this to her as a thank you for the paper. And so what I'm gonna do is, because this is the Eiffel Tower and it's French, let's see, that's hanging over just a tad. Let's just give it a little snip. Snippy, whoop, snippy snip. All right, so I think I'm gonna use this, merci, because you know, we're French. And this comes from the Stampin' Up! Parisian Beauty set. Although I don't see it on the cover, but it sure is in here. Right there. Oh, it's this die set. That's why, duh. Okay. Well, anyway. All right, let's get us a little speck of art glitter glue here. Sorry for my dog. He's obnoxious. I yell at him, but then y'all think I'm mean and cruel. He likes to bark when there's a squirrel outside. Only the thing is the windows are closed because it's been raining. So he doesn't know if there's a squirrel outside. So, okay, I think my glue must be jammed up. So what really he's listening to is, you know, the wind must have blown a leaf by and he's thinking that's a squirrel. I don't know. He's kind of a brat like that. I'm not doing a very good job with the glue. It's going to be messy. All right. Well, let's see. We'll try to get it. Look at that. Already made a huge mess. Yeah, this is going to be a fail. Well, let me see if I can't clean that up. Hold on. Fret not, y'all. Where is my little handy dandy craft pick? Maybe if I had my glasses on, it would help. First, let me press it all down and squish out any extra glue. Now, let me go in here and just pick it up. Clean that up. Usually it comes off, but the only thing is you got to do it, whoops, you got to do it right away because the glue dries so dang fast. All right, that doesn't look so bad, right? Now let me get my super cool Studio Katia pen. This has got a little wax tip. It's great for picking up dots or little things like that so that I can put the eye on the merci. There we go. What do you think? Do we like it? Should I redo it? I can't tell. You guys let me know what you think. Thanks.